Hello, 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 and welcome to Rachel Hogan's Art. I'm Rachel Hogan, and I am streaming tonight, Friday, the 27th, because I didn't stream last night. Oh, and so I gotta make up for it tonight. And this is what I'm doing. I'll give everybody a minute to get on here. Let's see. Let me switch accounts. There we go. So yeah, I am actually excited to finish this drawing here. I started earlier today. Let's see. Why do these all say live? They're all my latest videos, but none of them are what I'm doing right now. Interesting. Let's see what this is. Oh, I found myself on my own stream. That's pretty funny. So anyway, yeah. So I think I'll start drawing here in a second. I'm just going to add a few flowers. I'm not actually the best at drawing flowers, but I have been enjoying drawing hands lately. And I always love drawing eyes. Eyes are one of my favorite things to draw, actually. And I'm trying to find a different pencil. So many pencils, so little time. All right. And I enjoy using mechanical pencils because I do. Ooh, I also have mechanical eraser, although this one is pretty used. This one's a little whiter, so. And I have an electric eraser too. That's one of my favorites. Rich! Hi, Rich! Hey! Woohoo! Good to see you. Oh, man. Here's a heart for you. You're my first one on tonight. So I guess that means you are number one. You're number one. What do you think so far? And I'm sorry I missed your call earlier. I got to get my little brush out to brush off all the erase dust. And then I was using my hand on here, so I smudged a lot of this around. So let me find some paper. Found some paper for a little barrier. I'm getting my hand all smudged up with a pencil. And Caesar, hello. Thank you. Oh, you subbed. Thank you. Oh, Caesar gets a heart. Thank you for subbing. Oh my gosh. That's a heart for you. Thank you. Oh God, you're here. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm doing a Friday stream. I didn't realize last night was Thursday. So I just was like, I don't know, I was having one of those weeks, you know, where everything was just kind of like weird. It was a weird week, and it was cold. And thank goodness it's warming up again. I am so glad because I am so tired of the cold. And even though, and don't laugh because I know most people are up north freezing at 0-degree temperatures, and I'm down here, and when it gets like below 60, I have my coat on and slippers and all of that because it is, you know, I'm used to Florida now. I used to not be, but I am so used to Florida now. It's insane. What does that say? Severed head. Hello. Add eyes to the petals to the sunflowers. Ooh, that'd be a lot of eyes. Oh, thank you for that idea, though. That's actually not a bad idea. I might have to get my kneaded eraser out actually for the details here. But, oh, you like those? I like the eyes. And here, I don't know if you can see that. She's missing an eye, but the hand is like collecting eyes. So be careful, because it might get your eye. And I was just kind of doodling this at a friend's house earlier, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. And I like kind of like wacky things like this. Oh God, it's so good to see you tonight. And yes, Friday. And thank you, Severed Head, for your comment. Rich, I have so much more cold here. -5 this morning. Blech! Forget that, man. That is too cold. Too cold. That's why I live in Florida. Florida. And it's not for the Florida man. Although there are a lot of those. Ooh, I should highlight right in here. I can visualize some highlights here and there. Just little bits. And this was a different drawing, and then I just kind of like capitalized on it. But I could do, those could each be eyes actually. I'm thinking about it. I might possibly do that. See, now you made me focus. Severed head. And let's see, -5. Oh, isn't it supposed to warm up, or are you getting another snowstorm up there, Rich? A little bit more white right there. And at my friend's, I had to use a napkin because I didn't have my blending sticks with me, which I do now. So I'm so glad, because using a paper towel to blend with is not, oh, I forgot what I was just going to blend. Huh. Well, that was a fast ADD moment. It was just a random thought. Hey, random thoughts are what this drawing is made of. It started out as a different drawing. You can see I have like a little bit of an eye here. I was drawing a face. So I erased all of it, and then I just started drawing this hand, this beautiful hand. And then I thought, you know what? So I drew the eye back in the hand, and another eye, and another eye, and then it just kept evolving. So now I'm going to attempt flowers. Oh, I know what I was going to. I was going to just blend this a little bit more down in here. That's what I was doing. And then I think I will get my kneaded eraser out, because I want very tiny erase details, like highlighted. And that is the best eraser to use. I don't know if anyone's ever used it. It needs Merglitter. Merglitter. Oh, you like the sunflower? Thanks. Yeah, Merglitter is awesome. Where would I put the Merglitter? Has to have a special spot. And this is usually reserved for water, but tonight I'm going to use it for my kneaded eraser. It's actually like a jewelry holder, but I like it so much that I use it for watercolor and all my artsy stuff, artsy fartsy stuff. Rich, going to be warm tomorrow, then cold Monday, then warm again later the next week. Well, good. It's got to warm up. You smoke with it too, twin. No, I haven't smoked with it. although it probably looks like I have been from this drawing. And I like drawing with pencil, but I don't like the smudgy. Get that a little bit better. The smudgy look. This particular pencil I'm using is smudged really easily, and I just kind of don't like that. So I'll probably trace over this with a pen on tracing paper, and then I'm going to make it into a painting. Get that a little bit. There we go. And then I can detail it up. But I don't know why what happened to my good pencils? My good mechanical pencil. What the heck? Oh, that must be an eyelash. That's what that is. Let's get more of that in there. So, paper as a cover was a save. Paper as a cover was a save. So let's delve into this drawing. Just delve right in. So, Boat God, it's the weekend. Do you have any plans? And I don't have any music going. I noticed on my last live stream that the sound was all whacked out. I didn't like the sound, and I was using my headset with music on, and it had like noise canceling feature on it, so it kind of kept cutting out the whole time when I listened to it later, which is pretty annoying. So I learned not to do that. And I want to have a little fatter finger right there. So once you get like close to being done, sometimes you can go through and you just make some erase marks where you want most of your highlights to be, you know. It really kind of brings out that, pops out the white, which is what I did with the sunflower. You can see like this little ring here. I don't know if the light's right. Can you see that okay? Let me adjust the lights a little bit. But yeah, right in here, I kind of like whited that out a little bit, and I think I will just a little more, actually. But this paper is kind of a yellowish paper. It's not really a white paper, so to get the highlights really, I would have to use like a gel pen, like a white gel pen, I think, for that. All right, so we're gonna do, I was thinking like some more flowers over here to kind of balance it out, because I've got everything down in this corner. So I think I will do like another sunflower, and maybe I'll put eyes coming out of that one. I think that would be really cool, severed head. I like that idea. And what did you say? Do more drugs. Uh-huh. Okay. And what brand? What brand of headphones? Oh, pfft, these things are cheap old Bose. I lost my eye earpods. But yeah, these are okay, and they work good for listening to music, but they didn't work very good for live streaming. Okay, so whoops. Let's see. Yeah, Boat God, you got it. Remember, Boat God, you are my, oh my gosh, I totally forgot what you call it. Person in charge. You're my person in charge, remember? Why can't I think of what you call it? It's you know, you're the boat god. Do your thing. You've got the power, girl. What is the word I'm looking for our little troll friend? Yeah, we gotcha. Troll, troll, troll your boat gently down the stream. And that's what happens when I don't have music on. I start singing, so I might have to add a little bit of music at some point just because I don't want to sing but things like that. Adding a little bit of finger bumps. Okay. All right, so let's get another flower up here. Trying to think the direction I want it to take. And we'll go ahead and draw our first petal. Muy importante, the first petal. And then I just kind of eyeball everything. I don't really always plan things out per se, like probably should, but I think that's where a lot of my creativity comes from, is not planning things out. Actually, because if I plan it out, I do plan things out, like in some of my drawings and paintings. Like this is going to be a painting, so obviously it's, whoops, why am I doing that? It's going to be a painting, so so now the painting will be planned, but as a drawing, that's where your creativity is, in the drawing itself. So it's important to be able to remember to have that creative spirit inside, and just kind of feel free to do your thing. What do you call it? I made you not a monitor of my stream, not a matriarch, not a manager. Boat God, what do you call it when you put somebody in charge? Okay, so I do like the concept of these all being eyes, like Severed Head mentioned. So actually, I think I will do that. That's kind of a fun idea. I don't want too many eyes, but I think maybe because they're kind of going in succession, I'll make one of them an eye. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll just make this one an eye. I don't want too many eyes because then it's just like overtakes the whole of the concept I have going here. I don't want it to be overrun, but I do like the idea of one more, like maybe in this petal, flower petal here. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do that. Make another eye. I don't know why, I just really love drawing eyes. Aye, aye, Captain. Monitor, is that right? The monitor? Well, she's the monitor, but that's still not the moderator. Yes, that's the word, moderator. All right, you got it, Boat God. Remember? You're the moderator. Some people have made me their moderator, but that's not really a good thing for me because I always accidentally hit buttons, and I was holding my phone one time and I kept deleting somebody's conversation accidentally, and Do that in a second. And I didn't realize I was doing it. So you have to be careful who you make monitor, moderator. When I think of monitor, I think of like, you know, what is that? It's a monster with a, like a bull's head or something like that. Yeah, there we go. All that. All that. We don't need none of that. What is this number? I don't know what number pencil. It's a 7. What's this one? That's a 7. See, I like my 5, but I can't find it. See, I think this is the pen. This one might be a 5, actually. Let me try this one. 5. Let's see what happens here. It's not quite as smudgy, so that's good. But we are going to start smudging right around the pupil area. We want to get another eye. Kind of a smoky, smoldering look. I have so much fun with like surrealism, fantasy, things like that, and dragons. Oh my gosh, I love dragons. I have like dragon knickknacks. That's how much I like dragons. And if I was able to, there's some really cute like dragon figurines at this little store down the road that I just loved. And I kind of wanted to have like a room with just like dragons and mermaids and stuff like that. Like years ago, I used to collect elephants. I loved elephants. I still love elephants, but I don't collect them anymore. It's kind of a weird thing to collect in Florida, actually. Give this a little bit of detail. And smudge or shadow here. Just a bit. By the way, the word rendering, I Googled the word rendering and I looked up what the meaning. So everyone that says they're rendering something in art, I just don't care for that word. I really don't. It's like the most popular word for artists. I'm rendering, but when you render something, it's more of an action. Like it totally meant like monetary. I don't know. It was a different meaning. Everybody's like, I'm just rendering this here. Let's render this here. And to me, I'd rather just use the words, you know. I'm shading, darkening, lightening, moving this around or that around. That's just me. Just not a rendering type of person. Ice surrendering. Nice. I can't wait. This is going to make such a great painting. All right, so we've got our flower here. Now it's really fun to just seeing what develops. Like when you just start drawing one thing, you know, I just started drawing a hand and then an eye and then a flower and then another eye, and then it just kept going. You know, I got carried away with my eyes. And here she's just missing an eye because this eye is over there somewhere. I think the hand took it. We'll detail this up just a little bit, not too much. But I do like sunflowers. Now here, this particular petal is kind of like that eye's eyebrow. It's an eye, it needs an eyebrow. I suppose not everybody has eyebrows, which is another odd concept for me to think about, but that's just the way my mind works. You know, I like that. That looks pretty cool. We really have an eye theme going on. And themes are good to have. Not all art has a theme. Not all art makes sense. Not all art is what everybody likes. That's why it's art, because we have different opinions of what is good and what isn't. Give that nail a little highlight. And what else? Her teeth maybe a little bit more. And maybe her lips just a bit. Get those lips all pretty like. But Rich, are you staying warm in your little house now? Oh, Bogod, how's your weather? Is it getting warmer where you are too? I'm just so glad it's warming up here. Okay, so we got our flower there. But I think we'll do one more flower. Let me draw some details. I did little circles in that one to make it look like more sunflowery. So I'm going to do that over here in this sunflower as well. Well, it's kind of a sunflower. It's my version. Oh God, I heard there's another storm coming. Sadly, we had a bad winter this year. We did. Oh man. Well, you've roughed it this far, girlfriend. I know you can do more. Hang in there. Don't freeze on me. Just build snowmen. And I really hope the snow doesn't get too deep. I know Rich gets quite a bit of snow too. And isn't that what you said, Rich? You're having another storm coming in. So that does suck. That's why I live in Florida, because I got tired of all that cold winter weather forever and ever on end. I'll just do a little bit of shading underneath, just a teeny bit. Yeah, do that. Gonna darken that up. Here's my big one. I have a nice big one I like to use, and it's old. I've had it forever, but it works just for exactly what I need it to work for. For hair, right now. Go ahead and just gonna bring that up a little bit more. Darken that in. There we go. So pretty. Let's see. Now I'm thinking of the direction of the next flower. I'm going to throw in. I'm going to stick to the theme here with these types of flowers. Maybe just do one up here coming down, and then maybe one right in this hole here. Just going to go ahead and start this one up here. And yes, I get very quiet when I focus. I don't know why. Like some people make funny faces when they focus. They're concentrating on something. And some people hold their breath. That would be me. Always holding my breath all the time. And I don't realize I'm doing it. Actually, because until I like start like gasping for air, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been holding my breath this whole time. Rich, oh, so you are warm. 68 is nice. That's a good temperature. I don't believe, yeah, it's awful. -10, ugh, too cold, too cold. You've got 4 feet of snow on the ground? Holy moly. That's really crazy. And this, yeah, I don't like this pencil that much. And trade it out. Go back to this one again. My number 7. Pencil. And get in those little cracks. Let's see. And then we'll smudge that just a little bit. I love the sound of smudging. Smudgy wudgy. So yes, my professional terms for art is smudgy wudgy. And that's what, it's very important to learn that concept. Because when you're doing a pencil drawing, sometimes it's very important to smudgy wudgy. And if anyone asks, you learned it right here on my personal art channel. Smudgy wudgy was a bear. I've actually never drawn a bear. I've drawn a deer and what else? Or elk, wolf, tiger, elephant. What else have I drawn? Quite a few animals, actually. A sloth. I've drawn a sloth. A koala bear, flamingos, quite a few animals, now that you mention it. Okay, so now we'll do, I'm really liking where this is going here. What do you think? think we'll continue this. Last flower over here. And we'll make it just like that. I think the petals are getting bigger as they go down farther. Let's build that up a little bit more. There. Well, that one has to have an eye too. I can't have that one with no eye. That would be weird. And I'll make that one a little bit bigger. As well. So this is a new kind of flower, the eye flower. Let's hear it for the eyes. Luca, hello. Oh God, I love it. Rich, I like it. Oh, thank you. $100? You want to buy this for $100? You can do that. And welcome to my stream. Oh, this thing is like a spongy, rubbery. It's nice for grabbing onto. This would be an original drawing from Rachel Hogan, Rachel Hogan's art. Of course, I'd have to highlight it a little bit for you. Well, I haven't highlighted anything on it. As of yet. Because it's still my concept's work in progress, which I'm really loving. I just like crazy things like this. And I say the eyes have it. Okay, I don't like that line right there. One little line is driving me nuts. It's too straight. I can just get rid of that little guy there. I'll have to redo that eye. It's like, I don't know, this one line is just... Ah, I got it. Yay. All right, now I can fix that eye. That's what the problem was. It was like a straight line, and I can't have a straight line like that. That's just not going to work for me. And now it is not straight anymore, so I'm happy with that. Cool. All right. And I wonder, because I've got the eyes are kind of going up. So in this flower, this one isn't going to have any eyes. I like it the way it is, but I think I will add an eye here, kind of drooping down, I think. So this one is going to have a stroke, an eyeball stroke. And I might have look in a different direction too, actually. Let's kind of get that in there a little bit better. And get that eyebrow up here. Okay, that's nice. And then do a little more smudging down here. And we'll get those little circles in. I like doing little details, like repetitive little things like circles. I find can be very meditative, I think is the word I want to use. And then trying to get him, you know, roughly the same size and in an organized manner to where it makes up a nice pattern. But it's like sunflowers have all these little seeds in them, like hundreds and hundreds of seeds. And each one is their own little spot, you know, they have their own little place within the center. Okay, so this will be our last eyeball, I think. This will just be for fun. Because I love fun. And we'll do that. We want to leave a little bit of highlights in there, like something's reflecting off of the pupils. And we'll just bring it out over here. There, I think we got that. Add a few more details to our petals. Especially this one. Because this one is the eyebrow for this one. Very cool. And we'll show it off by just darkening that up with our smudger. And we'll add a couple eyelashes in there in a second. Yeah, I like how this is turning out, actually. It's kind of interesting. And sketchbooks are important for you to get your concept in. You want to get the concept of what it is you're going to be painting later, you know, or just different ideas, to be creative, different ways to be creative with your ideas. I'm just going to hold this at a different angle. Yeah, this is good. I'm liking that quite a bit, actually. And if anyone actually does want to adopt or purchase a painting or a drawing of mine, feel free to email me. I believe my email is in the bio. I have to double check that. hoganartforyou@gmail.com. I do not remember. Ooh, hearts. Thank you for those hearts. Oh, yay, my first hearts. I think they're my first ones. Actually, I might have gotten hearts earlier, but they're the first ones I remember. Thank you. I don't know why. My name was here already for some reason, but I don't know why. So I'm just drawing it and avoiding drawing another flower. Oh, eyelashes. That's where I was. My ADD. I can add. I've never been actually diagnosed with that, but I think pretty much everyone always says they have ADD or ADHD or some kind of lettering. We'll smudge that out a little bit more. Let's make this look more eyebrowy. And darken that in. This is so fun. Isn't this fun? All right. Could just be me, but as long as, you know, if you're the artist and you're having fun and enjoying yourself, being your creative self, then that's how it's supposed to be. You don't need anyone else's permission or approval. Just like yourself, like what you're doing for your self-expression. That's like one of the most important things is self-expression and just, you know, being yourself, be real. I always thought my reel would scare people, but so far no one's been scared. Screwed. Okay, oh, leaves would be good now. I think to balance this painting or drawing out, leaves would be a nice addition. So we'll add those in there. Got lots of eyes. And this one is kind of taken over. Let's dull it out just a teeny bit. There. It was pretty bright. And where was it? Oh, here. I didn't have a little line in the center. Just trying to keep track of all the petals and different things here. Lots of fun things to see in this drawing. So I have this music app on my iPad, and I was thinking about making my own background music. So you don't have to like use the wrong music accidentally or whatever. That way I can have some sound in the background. But like I said, last time my noise canceling headphones were fighting for the sound in my last stream. So I have to not use those again. It's that noise canceling feature they put on your phones now. I mean, it's a great feature, but like if I'm coughing, it just sounds like my phone's breaking up and people think I have a bad connection and I'm like coughing to death. So I've learned I have to tell people I'm coughing. And YouTube now is making shorts, like little snippets from our live streams, which is really nice. You never know which little snippet they're going to pick. Luckily, you can monitor that before it comes out and choose if you want to add it, into your channel or not. And lots of little circles. I like to do the circles. It's just, to me, it's just so meditative. It helps a lot to help me relax and focus because I'm always like all over the place with my thoughts, things I think about or whatever. And I think just repetitive circles or symbols or whatever really helps me to focus. So get those in there. All right. Boat God. Oh, I've been seeing the highlights. They are cool. Oh, you have? Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to draw leaves. Leaves. So, Boat God, do you have a favorite song or favorite band or group or whatever? I know Rich's favorite band. I don't actually have one. I have like such an eclectic palette for music, and that I'm more of a mood music type of person. But there are a few bands that I like more than others, or a few singers I like. And sometimes I'll like them for a while and then I won't like them for a while. Can get burned out on them real easily. Huge leaves. All right, so now we've got our sunflower leaves, and lately I've just been doing this for my leaves. I know that's not the right kind, but this is the kind I've been enjoying drawing. I just think it has a really cool look to it. So, and also you can tell that it's more of a leaf than like another shape of an eye. Up a little curve, up a little curve, up a little curve. Little curve, up and another little curve. And I don't like it being exactly symmetrical. So I like to have a little variation, so it's not exactly symmetrical. Like that. You know what's funny is I used to go grocery shopping on Friday nights. I'm really glad I don't do that anymore. It's not like the funnest thing in the world. And this over here is actually a leaf. Let's get that in there. There. Cool. I think you can see it, right? And time for some smudging. We're going to give these leaves a little bit of depth right now. Give them a little background. That one is a flower petal. We're just coloring it in with our pencil, our rendering. Probably if I went to art school, it would make more sense to me to use that word. But as it is right now, I'm shading. Your butthead stinks. Said hi. Well, hi, your butthead stinks. Oh man, that's something I would see on my son's stream on his gaming platform. Nice name. All right, so we're about done with this drawing, I think. Get this leaf in there. A couple of our leaves. A little bit more shading here. You know what I could use as a really good joke? I heard one the other day, a new one. It's kind of corny though. I don't remember what it was. I just remember it was corny. If I remember what it is, I'll tell you though. Okay, we're gonna need a little more pencil lead than that. And darken that up just a little more. Yeah, this is awesome. I like this. Let's get a little more, just a little bit more, I think. And we'll call it good for tonight. I'm still working on my other painting with the lion. And it's actually, it's coming along pretty good. I decided to draw a lamb head next to the lion head. But honestly, someone said, and they're kind of right, it looks like a bunny right now, so I have to make it look more like a lamb. It's actually really cute. Yeah, I'm gonna go over this, trace it like with a pen, and then I'll transfer it onto canvas and make this into a very interesting painting. And I'll probably use acrylics. I'm using oil for my lion painting, but I'll probably use acrylics for this particular one. There's my big smudger. Nice and smudgy in there. And this leaf is underneath, so we want more shading on that. Have it a little darker in the background. And this is curved a little bit on the edges, so we're going to make those a little bit darker. And this one is just is. And that whole thing is dark and right in there. Okay. I think we've got it. I definitely think we've got it. And the 3 people that are watching me, thank you. I actually think I'm one of them. So the 2 people watching me, thank you. Appreciate it. Mucho gracias. Okay, so besides some highlights and things like that, this drawing is pretty much done. And the date today is February 20. Oh, what is it? February 27th. So 2/27. And what's the year? 26. Ooh, yesterday would have been 2/26/26, and I missed it for my streaming. And if you think I should do an extra day of streaming or a different day, please let me know what you think about that. I was thinking about adding one more day to the stream. To my streaming platform. But I'm also trying to figure out how to stream from my laptop instead of just my iPhone, and it's been kind of confusing lately. It's not as easy, and there's a lot more options they give you, which is cool. You know, a little bit of highlights on a couple of these eyelashes would be nice. Maybe just a couple. Yeah, that's better. I like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so thank you for watching tonight, and I hope you enjoyed this drawing. Rich, I'm sure that you will figure it out and it will be awesome. I appreciate that vote of confidence. Thank you. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this drawing tonight. And it is full of eyes. We've got 2, 4, 5 eyes, I think. Sometimes I hide eyes in other locations. In some of my drawings, I'll just put a random eye. And we'll see you, if I don't stream before then, on next Tuesday about 9:03 p.m. Y'all have a good night now.